Hey y'all, my name is Brandon. I'm going to be doing a quick rundown of how you should be prepping before bottoming because I feel like, because obviously they don't teach this shit in school for us gays, so I'm just gonna jump right into it. And I know that there are tons of articles, websites, videos on how to do it, but I'm gonna be talking from my own experience, what works, what doesn't work, shit like that. So first of all, if you haven't done anal sex before, you should probably experience that yourself before you do it with somebody else. When I say that, I mean put a finger or two up there. um, put a finger or two up there before you even do sex because it's a lot more easier to feel that with yourself than with somebody else, than having a whole dick shoved up there when you've never even had something up there before. So experience that, do it in the shower. But also if you have a dildo or vibrator, whatever you use, that might help as well. That helped me loosen up just to get used to the feeling of something being up there. Here's the thing, your body, your butthole is not regularly lubricated, which means it doesn't open up on its own all the time. There has to be a lot of simulation for it. So when something does go through there, it feels very, very odd and very, very foreign if you've never had that before. And you don't want, if this is your first time, you don't want it to be like painful for you, even though sometimes it will be. There's no way around that, but we'll get to that. So practice first, and then if you know you're going to be bottoming, I don't have my supplements here with me. I actually left a few of my supplies at my boyfriend's house, so bear with me. But if you know you're going to be bottoming, at least 2 days before doing it, I know that that's like a little bit of a window. I highly recommend Pure for Men supplements, which are supplements made for gay bottoms, which you take to get a lot of fiber intake so that when you go to the bathroom, it basically works as a sponge and cleans out all the bad shit, literally, from inside of you, and it just empties you out. Fiber is huge, huge, huge. First of all, you should be having a fiber in your diet anyway. Fibers would include fruits, vegetables. I do oats a lot, like oatmeal. Fresh oats, I don't do the packets. I used to do that when I was little, but I do fresh oats now and I make my own oatmeal. But there's a whole chart online you can find. I usually rely. My top fiber things that I rely on most are oats, fruits. I like to do a lot of kiwi. And then the third one is nuts. Like you know those like weird square shaped plastic things of like mixed nuts. I do that because first of all, they're good as hell, and second of all, they're good in fiber. So if you have a good fiber diet, then when you go to the bathroom, everything just kind of comes out together. Like it kind of gathers everything up and kind of just comes out together. But if you have a garbage diet, so let's say if you're eating a lot of pizza rolls or fast food, greasy foods, if you eat pizza, fried chicken, what's the other, meat, as in steak, like red meat, that is a Chipotle, Mexican, spicy shit. Do not plan on bottoming. If you're gonna eat that stuff, then go for it. But don't be surprised if your bowel movements are not agreeing with you when you are trying to bottom. Don't do that. They're not good. They kind of make our bodies more messier when it has the grease and the oils and all that stuff that we love, but our bodies don't quite agree with. So be sure to. But the fiber supplements people take it regularly because if you're not getting fiber in your diet at all, it's just good to have that anyway. And second of all, those supplements are really, really good for your heart health. So I know a lot of gays take it even when they're not bottoming just because it's good for you in general. So take the supplements if you're not getting that much fiber. And some people take the supplements, find out what's in them, and then incorporate that into their day-to-day diets anyways, which can also be done. So be taking that. And then second of all is the little bit of a hard part for some. It's been hard for, I think every bottom has had at least a couple tricky times prepping. When I say prepping, I mean douching. So what you're going to do, this is called an enema or a douche, whatever you want to call it. This is not the one I use anymore. I actually have an electric one, which I left at my boyfriend's house as well. An electric one is basically you just press a button and it comes out. It's the same. They work the same way. But I'm going to show you how to use this, and I'm going to give my opinion on these. So you're going to open it up. This part opens up, and you're going to fill this part with water. Then you're going to put this on top. You're going to put this on top. You're going to put this on top, and then when you squeeze it, the water is going to shoot out these little holes at the top. What I will say about this one in general, I know people have the small ones. I don't know how they do it. They have the small ones with the very, very thin neck piece, and it does not, I don't know how they use it. This is thick, first of all, thicker than the smaller ones. Second of all, there's no hole at the very, very, very top. There's only holes on the side, which I do not like. I don't know why they made it like that. I prefer the hole on the top. The electric one I got has a hole on the top, and it does very good cleaning. When the bulbs that you squeeze, I find are so aggressive, huh? Am I the only one that thinks that? I think they're so aggressive. I'd be using it, and it's like abrasive, like like don't do it fast though. That's not what I do. Don't do it fast. You're gonna squeeze slowly. Not too cold water, not too warm water, lukewarm water. Make sure the water is kind of clean. Don't be putting soap in it. Don't do that. You just need water. Some people have shower head attachments, which you can get. Never used that, so I'm not going to say anything. But like when I think about shower head attachments, I'm like, so are you like straight up shitting in the shower? How does that work? But get yourself one of these. They're lifesavers. But I recommend the electric one. So I still have the box for my electric one here. I don't have the thing in general, but it's here. So you just fill it up like normal. You can set different speeds. I wish I had it to show y'all. But you charge it. Oh shit, I need to get my charger. You charge it and it comes like I said, straight out of the top. This one does not shoot out the top. I like this one just because when you do it, it just feels so less aggressive than squeezing it and having this shoot up there. This is just continuous water flow. And it doesn't have, so when you're prepping with this and you're squeezing it, sometimes you will get the water come right back out of your ass. This on the other, the electric one on the other hand, doesn't have that backflow, and I'm pretty sure they advertise it as well. Yeah, anti-backflow design, which means none of that water is going to come back out while the tool is in there. It's going to wait till it's come out, and then you can release. But before you release, you're going to hold it in there for a few seconds. When I started bottoming, I was not holding it in, and like I was not worried about holding it in, which was a mistake. Like it took a way longer to prep than versus holding it in. So you're gonna hold it in, like I guess clench your butt cheeks, clench your asshole together. I don't know. So you're gonna hold it in, and then a lot of people like to jump up and down. Do it. So as you're jumping or as you're like moving your body around, you're gonna feel stupid. You might feel stupid, but do it. So as the water is up inside of you and you're moving around like this, think of the water literally whooshing around to gather up everything, and then when you release, everything comes out. So sit back down on the toilet, let everything release, and then repeat this. I would do this one more time, or depending on how it's going, prep, use it again, and then do the same thing, release, and then I would give it an hour. So most of the time it only takes me 2-3 times, yeah, 2 times to do this the first time before, 2 or 3 times before it runs clean. Then I wait an hour or two. Wait. Do not prep. Do not douche right before you're about to bottom. I've done it, and luckily I've been very fortunate in the amount of time that sex had taken to be in the clear, which was not long. I will admit it wasn't long, but it was short. It was short enough to be just clear, because when you have that water up inside of you and you release it, there could still be some stuff up there, or there could be some more shit coming on the way. What this does, when you put something in your butt and it kind of like gets everything moving, it gets everything moving. So in an hour or two, there could be still some traffic that's ready to come out. And when you are bottoming, that's not a good sign, especially because if you have a wiener inside of you and you're being penetrated, that's kind of opening up even more to let stuff come flowing out. Don't do it. Wait an hour or two. Yeah, it's a process, but hopefully it's worth it. Hopefully you're with somebody that makes it worth it. So you wait an hour or two, go back in, use it again, and if the water's still running clean, do it again. Wait another hour, 30 minutes, and then if it's still not running clean, it might not be the day for you. You might have eaten something, but usually it should be running clean by then. And it doesn't it's not like the longest process in the world. It's not like excruciating. Like, you get used to it. Don't do it more than 2 or 3 times a week though. It's when you're putting water up there, it kind of almost, if you put it up there too much, it kind of breaks down the walls of the ass, and it's not healthy. There's doctors who say that this is healthy. Actually, it's recommended that everybody should douche their buttholes every once in a while anyway. Like their assholes every once in a while anyway. So don't do it 2 to 3 times a week though. That takes a toll on the ass, and it's not very healthy for it. Be sure to be on the lookout if you put something up there and there's blood. Make sure you're using protection when you are doing the sex part. I'm trying to think of anything else that like I do. Make sure your butt is soft. I'm going to be doing another video on my bottoming routine, which I'm basically going to be going over the same things, but I'm going to be having all my products with me, including like the body scrub and everything like that. So I'm trying to think of what else. Okay, so how do you know if you're actually clean? The water runs clean. Are you good or not? Wait a little bit. Take a shower. While you're in the shower, put your fingers up there. Don't be grossed out. Put your fingers up there, move around. I wish I could do an illustration on how the asshole works, but I can't. I don't really know how to draw that. So you're going to put your fingers up there. Go as far as your fingers will let you, because if you go far enough and you feel some type of weird stuff, you're not ready. Like, there's more shit coming, and you have to get out of the shower and prep some more. Don't put it up there. Look around with a soapy finger. You can use a soapy finger. Don't put like a bunch of soap on your finger and shove it up there. Don't do that. Also, when you're doing this, use lube. I forgot to mention that. Put a little bit of lube on the tip. Push it down. This is not going to be fun if you are just shoving this in there, because like I said before, your butthole is not self-lubricating, which means it's going to be dry. It is going to be dry unless you have some lube on it. So use some lube, not lotion, not spit, lube. Also, that's another thing. Experience with lubes before you actually do sex, because if you don't know anything about lube, I experienced with lube before I even did sex. And I got this water-based one, which was, I was like, okay, I'm just going to use it. It was like this big. Used it, burned my asshole like it was on fire. I was like, holy shit, what is happening right now? It was not fun. So some lubes will kind of burn you in a way, and that's not, you might be allergic. I don't know what the deal with that is, but our bodies don't always agree with certain products. So just be on the lookout for that. Know what lube you want to use before you do it. Use it on this. It's a lifesaver. Even on the electric one, it's not going to hurt it. So when you're in the shower, use a soapy finger, put it up there just to kind of wash it out anyway. Like, just to kind of make it clean anyway. You don't want, like, your butthole to be all, like, post shit while you're doing sex, especially if he's gonna eat your ass. So do that, and if you're good, and then you're ready to go. Sometimes you're going to feel airy. That's the thing. What a lot of bottoms don't actually talk about. If you're using this and you are pumping, even though there's no water left in it, you're releasing a bunch of air out of these holes, which makes your stomach kind of feel airy, which means there's going to be a lot of air coming out your ass. It is not gas. It's not a fart. It's just air. It's just air. Gas comes from, like, your poo, your shit, your bowel movements. The air that you let out of your ass when doing this is just air from this. Like, you're putting air up your ass, and now it's, like, trying to be released. So, let that out, and if you're good, you're good. You might feel airy, though. You might feel like, oh my gosh, am I ready for this? What I like to do, if I feel that way, if I feel, like, airy, if, like, air has been put up there, maybe I'm the only one that gets this way. I will, like, as we're fooling around, I'll, like, put my fingers up there every now and again, just to make sure everything's going well, because it is embarrassing. Like, I'm just gonna say, it's embarrassing if you are not fully clean. And the other person, I've never taken a shit on anybody before, don't think that of me, but if you have, it's gonna be embarrassing, yeah, but who gives it? Like, the guy can't be mad at you. He's literally putting his penis up where you poop out of. So accidents are going to happen. You will never live an entire life without having some sort of accident. And there might be some, like, oh yeah, that's what I was gonna say. The time that I prepped right before bottoming, literally right after, I had to go to the bathroom. And I would have gone to the bathroom in the bed if I was sitting up like this, like if I was on top. But luckily, since I was laying down, like, yeah, most of the time, my body was not, like, I guess gravity. We're gonna get scientifical. Like, the gravity was not pulling my, like, shit down for me. So if I was laying down, my stomach was not digesting. It wasn't letting anything out. But right after he finished, I was like, ah. And I was like, oh. I was like, okay, I have to go to the bathroom. And then it just happened. So, in the bathroom. But that's why I said, when you prep right before bottoming, you might still have some stuff up there. So wait an hour or two, check back to see what's going on, and have fun with it. Don't stress about it. I used to stress about it. I was like, I want to be clean. I'm still that way. Like, I love to be clean. It just makes you feel confident. If you are not sure whether you're clean or not, you're not as confident going into it. It's going to be in the back of your mind, and you're going to be in your head during it. So if you are clean, so I know some couples don't even give a shit. They just do it without worrying if they're clean or not, which I couldn't do it, because I would feel so much better being cleaned out. And I know some people don't prefer it, which is fine. They don't want to go through this hassle of all this bullshit, but I actually kind of hate that we have to do that. I kind of actually hate it. I wish there was, like, a meter. It would be so easier if there was, like, a meter that could tell you what you're shitting out. Like, does that make sense? If you are going to the bathroom, like, I wish there was, like, a little telltale sign, like, this is what you're pooping out. Like, is it breakfast, lunch? Like, what is it? That's another thing that people have a misconception about. If you're going to be bottoming, don't really care too much about what you're having for dinner. So let's say if you're going to hang out with a guy and you guys are going to eat dinner and then do sex, and you know you're going to do sex, don't eat Mexican food right beforehand, because that's just, like, a mess anyway, because Mexican food runs right through you. But don't be too paranoid about what you eat for dinner, because that's not going to have enough time to digest by the time you actually do the sex part. Worry about what you eat for lunch or breakfast, because that's going to have more of an impact on you when you're doing the sex part, because it's going to take 6 to 8 hours to digest, usually, depending on what you eat, depending on how healthy your diet is, and depending on your body. But I've been talking for way too long about this. Nobody's probably even listening to me anymore. But I hope I helped somebody out there. I hope you are all being safe bottoming. Remember to read up on statistics when it comes to STDs and all that shit. Be safe about things and have fun. Sex is supposed to be about fun and intimacy. I'm a huge romantic, so like I love like the romantic parts of like doing sex. So I'm just like, But anyways, thank you for watching. I'll be doing another one. I'll be doing another video similar to this, basically on how like on my own personal bottoming routine. I'm gonna be going over a little bit of the same stuff, but I'll be showing like some products. Like I'll be showing the electric one. So if you want to look at that, then look at it. Pure for Men is for the supplements, and then Hot Stuff for Guys is where I got the electric one, which I actually have an unopened one. I accidentally got two. I actually have an unopened one that I'm trying to sell. So anyways, thank you for watching. I will see you all next time.